Welcome to my biology class. Today let's start with Phylum Porifera in the animal kingdom. Phylum Porifera, the first phylum, that is parazoans. Parazoan in the sense more number of cells, but there is no tissue grade. So study about this is called parazoology. And porifera means pores. The body has got a minute pores and then one big pore on the top. See the small pores all over called ostia, and the top one, the big one, is called osculum. So water get in to the animal through the small pores and then come out like a fountain, this through the osculum. So this is the general feature. So when you talk about their habitat, we'll start from there. Mostly marine. They are fit into the marine environment, and only few cases are freshwater. Spongilla is a freshwater form, and body is somewhat like a vase like, flower vase like, cylindrical, spherical, branches, and very colorful, good looking, but they are all sessile. They don't move, they're just sedentary. Only the water current brings their food, and water current will take charge of their entire life. And when you talk about their cellular, they are cellular level animal. They don't have a tissue grade. Loosely arranged cells, but each cell is acting on its own accord. There is no any interconnection between the cell and forming a tissue, nothing like that. But there is a body, so there should be a body wall. The body wall has got two layers, especially pinacoderm and conoderm. This is the pinacoderm and this is the conoderm. In between there is a mesohyl layer. This is the layer. So this pinacoderm has got two different types of cells. One is pinacocyte. This is the pinacocyte. Another one is porocyte. This small pores. This is oval and this is flat. And when you talk about this conoderm, has got a conocytes, and the conocytes are producing the flagellated cell. It is very easy for the animal to capture the food which is coming via the water current. And there is a pore throughout. This is ostia. And in this layer is something special with the different kinds of cells. Spongin fibers, and the spicule producing scleroblast cells, and this is amoeboid cells. This all is amoeboid cells. These amoeboid cells will be producing different types of cells. Let us see. And see, for example, I just draw. This is the animal. The animal goes like this. So this is the dermal region I've just drawn like. So there will be a center cavity now. So this is the cross section. I've just taken the cross section. So surely there will be a center cavity, and this is this area, spongioschial. So the water will be getting into the animal like this via the ostia, and then it will bring out the food, everything, and one system, and then it is going via the osculum. It will be sent out like this. And while this is the water canal system, while the water is getting into it, the food is coming and the food is taken by the cells directly. And via this, the oxygen is coming, the respiration is done, and it is just circulating in all the cells. So circulation is done. And while circulating, the cells, different cells, the germ cells or phagocytic cells or nerve cells, any cells will be producing their unwanted content, will be mixing with the water like a diffusion, and all that would be collected and sent out from the animals. So a single system, water canal system, will take charge of all the other system. It is not an organ system, just water flow into a body and then coming out. Via this, the entire things have been carried out. So here's something special about amoeboid cells, amoebocytes. These amoebocytes are producing a special cell called archaeocytes. These archaeocytes are totipotent. Totipotent in the sense total potentiality of making an entire organism in higher category. Here this totipotent cell can make any kind of cells. So from archaeocytes, variety of cells are formed. Those variety of cells can be performing different functions. Like for example, when you talk about phagocytic cells, and they are meant to take food. Via water current, the food comes and they are able to capture the food. And germ cells, germination, germ means the production, the young one. So the germ cells like egg or sperm, anything is produced. When you talk about tropocytes, and they are the nurse cells to take care of the other cells. And the gland cells will be secreting some secretion so that the cells are loosely placed. They don't make a congestion over in this area, mesohyl area. And when you talk about the scleroblast cells, they are producing spicules. Spicules are the protective covering, or it's kind of an exoskeleton in this animal. So a single cell, that is this archaeocytes, that's why it is totipotent, making different types of cells. And when you talk about digestion, I said that water current brings the food and the food is directly taken by the phagocytes. So what does it mean? That's intracellular digestion. It's not a complicated thing like how we put a food in the mouth and then going to the digestive tract and then going and converting into the blood. From the blood it is getting oxygenated and then going to it's a long process. Extracellular means here it is intracellular, typically direct contact, the food directly getting into the cell cytoplasm and then producing energy. This is intracellular digestion. And when you talk about the reproduction, other systems, I said excretion and everything is taken care by the water canal system. And when you talk about the reproduction, asexual and sexual. And asexual, they produce budding, and they produce gemmules. And these gemmules are something very special, very common in freshwater sponges, sometimes very rare in marine water forms. And these gemmules are something like the cells, as I said, the archaeocytes are just collected here and they keep on dividing and producing the young cells, and it will become dormant till the favorable condition returns, because these all will be formed during unfavorable season. And once the favorable condition comes, they got a small canal, small mouth like and micropyle region, and this gets open. All these spores will be liberated, and each cell, you could say, and each cell falls on the ground, and then they become a new animal. It is something just like how the plants will be carrying out. Like that, here they produce the gem, but it looks good, round shape and micropyle. Even the term indicates like a plant and a canal like thing, and it is coming out. But the season, so they don't die, they become dormant till the favorable. That's why it is covered by a thick covering outside. And when you come down to sexual reproduction, see, animal is a hermaphrodite. So animal is a hermaphrodite in the sense the sexual reproduction become very easy, but that is not happening here. The problem is the male germ cell and the female germ cell matures in two different times. So they have to release it. So what has been matured has to go and reach the other female germ cells in other sponges. So like that, from there it might come here via the water current. So here sometimes it will go and mature everything and then fertilize the egg in internal fertilization, or sometimes even external fertilization also carried out. So both the thing. And when it comes down to the development, it is not a direct development. Simply the young one comes like a sponges. No, that's not happening. That happens in case of budding or in case of gemmules. But here it has to undergo different stages. And the most frequent larvae are parenchyma larva and amphiblastula larva. The parenchyma larva will have this one will have the cilia throughout like this, and amphiblastula will have a very minute larva on half of the body like this. So this is how they produce the larva, and that grows and it will become a young one, and the life cycle continues. And that's all about poriferans. It's very easy to remember. And when you talk about the porifera, the most important things you have to remember is a water canal system and the spicule forming cells. These two are very important, and they are mostly marine, and spongilla is a freshwater form which is given in the NCERT. And these are the very important thing. And then even the amoebocytes and other thing they've not mentioned, but you must know about all this, and the gemmule formation. Okay, so if you have further doubt or any clarification you wish to have, please put it in the comment section and we'll discuss further. And subscribe and share. Thank you very much.